think we're live. Sounds like we're
says 8 seconds in.
No. Well,
Which will
happy Friday.
So it's like a 15-second delay. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
What are you looking for?
On my Facebook, I'm
It's
just
under
to pop up.
It's under Dre
Studios.
No, that's not what I want.
Let's see if I get kicked out of this group.
What are you
Which
sharing
group?
it to?
There's a private group I got recently added to, so I've just been spamming them with shit.
Do it.
Let's try here. Let's
Making friends.
Yeah.
And influencing people.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I polished off that sketch cover last night.
Yeah, Hey, Elmer, the
Mary Jane Porker or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's genius. Why don't you show it?
You just hit the crock pot.
That
She's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
couple coats of varnish on that.
Super shiny.
Man, I haven't done a sketch.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I haven't done a sketch cover in a long time. I've got a bunch of blanks sitting around.
This goes along with this one.
Oh yeah, just
that's awesome. That's crazy.
We were talking about sketch covers yesterday, and it's like just like how many blanks you just keep getting and just never draw on.
Yep. It's funny you say that because I had several, but then a guy that was in some Discord I was in, he's like, yeah, I've got about like 40 or so that I'm just going to get rid of, and I don't want them anymore. So he like gave them to me for like $20. So now I have all these other ones. And I haven't done anything with them since I got them 2 years ago.
Oh no.
Just happened to stumble across it, Elmer.
I had a guy that was like literally just giving them away kind of a thing. So I've got like multiple copies of different books. But I think the big one was like a Swamp Thing, Rot World or whatever. Got that and a bunch of ROM.
Oh, ROM.
So
nice.
Yeah,
Space
ROM
Knight?
the Space Knight. Yep.
I can't decide what I want to work on.
So for those watching that don't know who you guys are, we're gonna do the intros.
Yeah, my name is Dre Studios, and
Liar! You're a liar.
I'm Gordon
And you're
Wills.
just killing that mumra.
Yeah.
Gordon's in the middle.
And you can find my social media at Art of Gordon Wills on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff. I do a lot of sketch cards, some other stuff too. A lot of the stuff I've been doing lately, it's just been some X-Men, Spider-Man, Venom, fun stuff. But yeah, so just come to hang out.
You're on the Tickety Talk? Tick Talk?
Yeah, I hadn't been as active there lately, but I am still there.
The TikTok and we won't stop. Warner, your turn.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. No, yeah. Same.
Let me do it.
Same deal. So whatever, sketch card artist, comic book artist, self-publisher, whatever. Yeah, art of J Lynn Warner on the Book of Face, and I think it's JL Warner 72 on the Instagram.
Good job.
And I'm painting. So that's
Those of
been
you that
kind
don't
of
know,
a new
Jalen
thing.
Warner is a master in self-promotion.
Which, hey, how else are you going to make the big bucks, right?
Yeah.
You going to any shows soon?
You know what? I've like shows are starting to open up, but the whole idea of sitting around for like 8 hours a day, muzzled, just doesn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. No, I agree. Like, I'm not. I am kind of like ready to do some again, but at the same time, I don't. I want it to be a good experience.
Well, and that's the thing, is that the shows are they're such a social event,
Yes.
and just not being able to see somebody's face when you're talking to them. I mean, I guess the only good thing is that maybe you'll get more people stopping by your table because they, because you don't see them, So, yeah, I mean, because you get that thing that happens at Comic Cons when somebody is like trying to look at your stuff at your table, but like from 2 tables down, so they don't have to actually interact with you.
Yes. Yeah. Once you acknowledge them, they go away.
Like, oh my God, they spotted me.
Exactly. Exactly. So the mask might help with that, but yeah, it's just not how I roll. When I'm set up at a show, it's like whether you want to buy something or not, I don't care. Just come by, say hi, shoot the poo poo. So
I was watching a YouTube video yesterday. Oh, the hell is the guy's name? Oh, well, I just can't remember his name. Famous artist. Recently, he's been doing a lot of Bible art. Not sure why. I think he's British or Irish or something. Anyway, so he's doing a Frankenstein portrait as a commission for someone, and they're kind of just shooting the shit, and then he just really gets into it, and he's telling people, "Go away, come back in 10 minutes." It's like, what are you looking at?
Right.
And he's joking, but I know like a lot of people don't get it because they're just walking by.
Yeah.
Right.
One guy's like, "Are you doing proper signings?" And he's like, "The hell do you mean proper signings? What do you think I'm doing here?" Do you think these are fake?
That's pretty funny. And he's just messing with people.
Oh, he's just messing with people. Jeez, I can't remember his name.
Proper signing is using your own signature.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Are you? What is that? A shot at people that sign other people's signatures at shows? Do people do that?
I've done it.
Other than Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
It's like I can't remember. It was years and years and years ago, but it was somebody, and it was like might have been a friend of mine or whatever, and I signed his name for him or something.
Oh, I think on the next set I'm doing, I'm going to sign at least one card, not Warner.
Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know when I'm supposed to get some cards, but I'm supposed to get some sometime soon. I've still got to do my Ultraman stuff, though. I hadn't even started that.
When's that due?
Kind of. They said end of December, possibly beginning of January. Didn't really give a hard date.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I've got time.
One day. Can we have them ready tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, I'm still waiting on cards that I'm sure are due tomorrow.
Yeah. They actually, the latest one that I signed on for, they actually contacted me again, asking me if I wanted to do more because I guess it's kind of backlogged right now. I guess. I mean, that was like a month between like when I first signed on to when they asked me to do more.
Yeah, I wish I knew what the set was because I think we kind of got the same thing.
Yeah.
I think
It's
I
probably the
got
same
something
one.
like that too, but it was I got it when like right after I finished the first set.
Okay.
I want to think I did actually end up knocking out in about a month, and that was actually convenient because I was in the middle of my kitchen remodel, and I was like in a holding pattern. You know, because I had put everything, basically the kitchen was done. I was just waiting for countertops. So I was able to like jam a set out before the countertops showed up so I could like finish installing stuff. So it's like, you got to put the sink in and then do all the plumbing and stuff like that. So it was kind of, you know,
Yeah, good
in
thing
limbo.
you're one of those lazy artists.
No, I'm not too.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he knows what that's in regards to.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, no,
do you want to fill him in?
I kind of told him a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, the whole exposure nonsense. So
yeah,
that guy went on to call me and artists lazy a couple times.
And that apparently triggered
okay.
Gordon.
Yeah. But I couldn't respond because I was in
I think because of some other comments you made earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. But they were along the same lines.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same thing, just worded differently. But hey, I was standing up for you guys too. Whether it was stupid or not is another.
I think for the most part you just got to, you know, kind of look at the whole. Hey, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. Well, right.
And it was so. I think that conversation was started on, you know, with a certain premise that was like, you know, you guys definitely went down the rabbit hole, a different rabbit hole, and
than what was intended.
Like, right, and it's like, okay, I appreciate the thought, but you know, that wasn't in the contract, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
I kind of know what you know what you're signing up for is basically
exactly
what it boils down to, and you know.
Well, sorry to interrupt. For those that are watching, they don't know what we're talking about. Somebody brought up in one of the groups the notion of when somebody buys the sketch cards or cracks open a sketch card or whatever, however they end up getting a sketch card, and they end up selling it for more than it costs them, throwing the artist, I'm calling it a tip, right?
Yeah,
yeah, more or less.
Yeah, giving the artist that drew the sketch card a kickback or a tip, kind of as a sign of appreciation or good faith, whatever you want to call it, right? And the original poster just said, hey, how do you guys feel about doing this? Because this is something that does happen in certain circles. And some people just took that into a whole different direction. And yeah,
I can honestly say that if somebody were to approach me with that offer, I'd probably decline it. Just because it's like it is what it is, you know.
Well, it's interesting that it came out like now because that's a big thing with NFTs where you can, like, if you post a piece that you sell, it's in like the contract whenever it gets resold that part of the fees go to the original artist. So maybe that's part of, like, some people were talking about that.
Yeah, but NFTs, that That's just the way it works.
Right.
The original
but
seller
it's all
constantly gets a cut, right?
Yeah, it's all on the blockchain and it's part of the contract.
Yeah.
And
So
again,
that
like you
happens
said,
whether
we
you
have
like it or not.
contracts. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can elect not to do that, but I don't know why people wouldn't, the way
Well,
that it's set up.
Well, I think the whole point of NFTs is of that, right?
Yeah, and money laundering.
Yeah, and money laundering. But we're not going to talk about
and pyramid schemes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's that is not the conversation to be had. You know, when it comes to these issues,
yeah, no, it's not, because when it boils down to it, nobody's problem. The collectors and artists don't have problem with each other. That's not really where there's an issue. If there is an issue,
right.
That's not where it is.
Right. So
yeah, it has nothing.
Yeah.
That's
That was definitely a conversation I stayed out of.
You were smart.
Now, well, it was one of those things where if I did get involved, it would literally be like throwing a grenade in the room and then just walking away and turn off notifications.
The thing that initially
that's what you do.
Yeah. The thing that initially got me involved was the exposure thing. And the reason I got involved was not because like I was trying to start anything. I was just trying to explain to this guy that that's not really how it works. Like that's like the dream when everybody starts, if they think, oh, I'm going to work for Marvel and I'm going to get all this exposure and all this stuff. That's not what happens. We don't work for Marvel. And it's not like anybody at Marvel's seeing our work necessarily. It's
one of those things where it's like, ooh, you do a sketch card today, you'll be doing covers tomorrow.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to like fault this guy for thinking that, but I'm just like, that's not how it works. But he kept telling me I didn't think on his level. I wasn't intelligent enough, but whatever.
Well, I think his argument was there's one guy that went from sketch cards to covers. And it's like, yeah, there's also a guy that won the lottery yesterday. And there's also guys that go from covers to sketch cards. It's not a path. Like, it's not a carved in stone.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to do sketch cards for 2 years, then you're going to do a cover, then you're doing character design for the next whatever.
That's
right?
Another good point. Like, a lot of the sketch artists they used to get regularly were comic artists. They weren't just like, people doing sketch cards. It was like actual comic artists that were working on books and doing covers and stuff. And they still do occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that maybe the initial point was probably something along the lines of, you got to seize the day, so to speak. And
I get that.
Because it's a valid point, but sometimes it just, it's, first of all, if you look at the comics industry in general, it's just like anything else. There's a little bit of skill, a little bit of of opportunity, and a whole lot of luck. I've worked in the industry, and I know of guys that are in sketch cards right now who were like regular artists for Marvel, right? And they're doing sketch cards now, and they cannot get a gig, back at Marvel.
There's a lot of different reasons for that too, but I feel like the biggest.
Right. I'm just saying that. It's like, yeah, you can pounce on your opportunities, but it's not necessarily always going to work out. Not to mention, what's that pipeline?
Yeah.
I mean, just from a sketch card perspective, it's like I can't get a gig at other I've tried to get gigs at other card companies. Nothing.
Yeah,
just crickets. Yeah. So, it is what it is. You play the hand you're dealt as best as you can.
I mean, I think honestly the biggest area chance to make a break for yourself is doing indie crowdfunded stuff. Like that's where you can actually have some success in a network, because trying to get into Marvel or DC, I mean, they're not even really making, are they even really making any money right now?
Marvel might be making a couple of dollars, here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well,
the comic book stuff.
not Marvel Publishing.
No, well, that's what I mean. Like the publishing arms, like the movies obviously are making some money, but the actual comics, that's a different story.
Yeah. And you could make the same argument for DC and
yeah,
a lot of these other companies. It's I don't know. It's again, you could do the indie thing, which is cool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can get a guy that comes up with a book that takes off, does other
it's
stuff
luck.
that absolutely flops.
Yeah, it's still luck.
Yeah, no, it's just that's just how it goes.
So the cookie crumbles.
And that's the way the news goes.
That's a gray.
So I was trying to do a Chibi Venom the other day, and I couldn't really figure out, how to pull it off completely.
Yeah, no, that came out right.
Yeah, I saw it. Maybe the head was too small.
Well, that's it. Like normally when I draw like a regular sized character, I do like a giant head and a small body. But for Venom, I'm having trouble because I like a bigger Venom.
Right.
So
everybody likes a big Venom.
That's right. So I'm trying to kind of find the happy medium of having his body big enough and also his head the right proportion to it.
I think it's all got to be Donald. I think it's all got to be shoulders.
Yeah.
Shoulders and traps.
I think you're right. I think I'm going to work on that.
Big neck, big shoulders, little body.
Yep, little stumpy legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warner has a pork issue this week. Yeah, it's the other white meat. No, that's chicken. Where's the pork?
That's pork, I think.
Pork, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got a little bit of a bacon fetish.
What was it? So I was going through the pantry the other day. I was trying to find, stuff to do dinner the other day, and you've got like these, pre-cooked packages of bacon.
Yeah,
and it's like
the ones just nuke.
Yeah. So I go, why aren't these in the fridge? My wife says, they don't need to be refrigerated unless you have leftovers. And I go, well, who the hell has leftovers of bacon? Ever.
Oh. Yeah, that's crimes against humanity, right?
That's
It's nothing like day old bacon.
No, it's not a live stream without phone calls.
To talk to you about your extended warranty.
No, I'm sure it's like whenever you do, we refinanced, so it's like all these home improvement places
everybody's
that somehow got our number from the bank or something.
The bank.
Don't know.
Because the bank sold your information.
Sounds like it.
It's because the bank sold your information.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How else are they going to make a buck these days?
Yeah, I mean, banks are suffering. It's hard times for them. Oh, Elmer says look up Korihuru mini Venom figure. Yes, that would be a good chibi scale reference.
Oh, I
Like,
see it. That's cool. He's got like a giant head. Wait, I think that's the right one. Let me make sure. Yeah.
yeah, whenever somebody tells me, "Oh, why don't you Google this weird Japanese thing?" I'm like, I don't know if I want to.
Let's see if they have like
Yeah,
the
I've
Venom
gotten
Cos
too many
baby.
of those gotten too many of those links from JD.
Yeah, anything that JD sends you, you open an incognito.
Here we go. Cos babies. Those will work. They must have gotten home because the dog's freaking out now.
Oh, I'm gonna. Dog just losing, going ape shit.
Yeah, she was going. She was just like crying, like somebody. You know, she was just laying there in here in my office, and then she heard somebody, so she started stirring it up.
Mailman.
It's they probably got home from carpool. It's about time.
All right, so let this dry for a second. So, I've told you guys, but those are watching. I picked up a pack of the Tim Hortons NHL trading cards exclusively in Canada, so you guys can't get this in America. So we're gonna open this and see what kind of hits
But
I get.
we have Tim Hortons here.
Yeah, but this is a Canadian exclusive because I think it's a licensing
kind of
thing.
like hockey.
Kind of like hockey. I know Tim Horton having a little bit of a tie to the hockey industry.
And
Do they?
Tim Horton also has a bit of a tie to Canada.
Canada. So I don't know. People are saying that these cards are actually pretty cool, like pretty good quality. So I want to see what 99 cents buys you these days.
Not much over here.
Yeah, apparently. So Elmer posted a link. I can't click the link in StreamYard, but I think other people can. So check it out out there.
Okay. So that's different than what I saw.
Ooh. Okay, hang on. I see something embossed.
I kind of have what I'm looking for though now, I think.
Speaking of 99 cents, I just heard on the news that in New York, a slice of pizza went up from like $1 to $1.50.
That's, when you tell somebody that, when you tell somebody that, they think, oh, it's only 50 cents, but that's 50% right there. That's insane.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's not because of, it's basically just because of the cost of ingredients.
Right.
Yes.
I saw that Disney was talking about that. Like they were talking about having to change their portion size at their restaurants because of that.
Well, that's
so
because they can't go any higher on their pricing.
Exactly. I'm like, you talking about? It's like, but I'm already paying this for these portions. You can make me pay the same for less. I mean, that's
whatever.
Insane.
Wendy's took the red onions off of their junior bacon cheeseburger to save money.
Which is a shame. Red onion is so good.
It makes a difference. So I'm glad to see that Upper Deck has quality control issues in the 99-cent packs as well. Looks like somebody cut them with a butter knife. You can actually feel the things, but they're nice looking cards.
Is it the same cutter that they use on the Unbound?
Maybe. I mean, you can see the chips everywhere. But, Sidney Crosby. I know that name. I don't know who Matthew Barzal or Artemi Panarin is.
Sidney Crosby still playing? Isn't he like?
I don't know. Let's see what the back says.
He's got to
Crosby.
be.
He's getting up there.
Yeah, because I mean, he started when he was what, like 17, 18?
Well, it says Crosby dished out 2 assists in the Penguins' 3-2 home win over the Islanders on February 20th, 2021. So that's like 2 months ago.
You might want to do
That's
your
the
math
thing
again.
about.
February
That's the thing about
20th, whatever. You know what I mean.
It's November. So he was at least still playing last season.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he that's the thing, is that hockey players do actually have a lot of longevity.
Yeah.
For all of the punishment they take. I'm guessing he probably did.
So sorry, Elmer says that he lived in New York for 3 years and never paid less than $3 for a slice, so not too bad, $1.50.
That must be like an average then.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you can still go to IKEA and get like cafeteria style pizza for 99 cents, can't you?
For now.
Mm.
What about
did you speaking of IKEA, did you guys hear that the CEO of IKEA just got named Sweden's prime minister?
What? Are you serious? No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
Now he's assembling his cabinet.
Oh, okay. I figured it's gonna go somewhere like that. But is really their prime minister the CEO of IKEA, or is that just a joke?
No, that's a joke. It's an awful joke.
That's totally believable.
Hey, Susie.
Susie!
Didn't Crosby play golf with Jordan? I don't know. Did he?
I mean, that's highly possible.
And probably in some celebrity golf thing or whatever.
Nobody
or
invited
maybe
me to
just
the
in
game,
general.
You guys golf?
Not very rarely.
I had a stint where I kind of got into it, and then just because it was it's like the first couple times it's really relaxing, and then you start sucking. It's the only sport that you can get worse at the more you play.
Yeah, as you try to get your form, you lose the force.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just you just get worse, and if you don't know what you're doing, you just knock it out of the park. As soon as you start, working on it, it's like, it just all falls apart. So that's just my experience, but yeah.
So I've golfed twice in my life, and both times there was a lot of
drinking.
There was a lot of alcohol involved, and I think it was expected.
And a lot of balls.
There was a lot of balls, yeah. But it was kind of expected that your game would suffer as you play your way through the various holes. So you sure that's not what happened to you?
No. It wasn't. No, it wasn't that.
My thing is, I like to play if it's a group of people that are just kind of like in that scenario where they're just kind of playing to have fun, drink a little bit, and do whatever. But whenever I would play with people that were really good, it kind of bothered me because then I felt like I was kind of making it miserable for them because I'm not good. So, I just kind of stopped playing.
Well, they're still waiting on you.
Yeah.
Because you've got like 3 more strokes than they do.
Some people don't care too. They're just like, it's the social aspect of it. They want to play and they just don't want to go. They'll play. They would play by themselves too, I guess. But just having people out there. I'm just not very good. I didn't grow up playing either.
I like taking the golf carts for spins and try to skip hills.
Go 4x4ing through the sand traps.
Yeah, just like. But yeah, I mean, like, hell, last time I went, I was in jeans, right, and I got a lot of dirty looks from the people at the club. People are like, "You can't golf in jeans." Like, watch me,
you animal.
like, watch
Savage.
me. Yeah.
Last time I went golfing, I was in a tutu.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like, nobody told me you're not supposed to wear jeans. But
just thought you'd do your homework, I guess.
It's not the
says,
dress requirement.
Susie says, I have to drink when I golf, makes me better, or at least in my mind. I totally agree. I was a superstar, like 16 beers in.
Well, that's the other aspect
makes you better at everything.
It kind of takes the edge off a little bit.
There we go.
Baby, where's my girl?
I guess the family's so important.
Yeah, you can hear
her.
Yeah. Hey, Lucy, you wanna take Penny in the other room?
What?
You wanna take her in the other room?
No.
Well.
Nah. No, you do it. I like your kids.
I think I went a little aggressive on the brown there. Oh well, we'll go with it.
I think I'm happy with this this shape here.
Shape looks good.
Yeah, it's a good silhouette, and the longer arms definitely help. Oh yeah, Donald. Yeah, that's Throg and Peter Porker. The spider sense tingling.
Still not sure what's going on. Gordon Warner, explain yourself. What possessed you?
I don't know. I have no. You know what? I can't even remember. I think it was.
Yeah.
I might have been talking to somebody about like doing Rocket Raccoon or whatever, and I was like, because I've done Peter Porker, Spider-Ham a bunch, but it was more the cartoony kind of a way. So I was like,
yeah,
what about like a real life, like a photorealistic pig? And so I went with that, and I was like, you know what? What the hell? Let's throw a Frog in there.
Screwed that up. Oh well.
White out.
Just need to throw Howard the Duck in the back there.
See, dude, I did once do a picture of, was it Rocket Raccoon beating the crap out of Howard the Duck with that dude's leg from Guardians.
That wasn't on a card, was it?
Mm-mm.
No, okay.
No, not on a card. It was just one of those things where here's a stupid idea. Let's draw it.
It's a moment of inspiration.
I get a lot of those. I just come up with stupid things, and which is kind of annoying, just in the sense that every time I do something like that, I'll have it available for sale at a con or something, and nobody wants it. Everybody sits there and says, "Oh, dude, that's a great idea. That's hilarious." Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But,
I don't want it.
That's the
but
same
I
thing
don't
that happened to
want it.
me.
Somebody
did a
will
bunch-
love that.
Yeah, I did a bunch of characters with mustaches a couple years ago for like Movember kind of thing. Nobody wanted them, but they all thought they were cool and loved to talk about.
Yeah. Pretty standard.
But I also wonder sometimes if like stuff like that would sell better on a different medium, like if you made it into like a shirt or a sticker or something, as opposed to,
make
an
it more of a
original
statement
piece. Yeah, like
Or
exactly
or
something somebody could
button or
show
pin.
off. Yeah, something somebody's going to
Yeah.
show off.
No, I agree. I think for stickers and stuff, things like that, yeah, absolutely. But as far as selling the original, yeah, no, good luck.
Throg needs more attention these days. Yeah, that's what Donald says.
It's a cowboy boot, Doctor Strange themed.
That's a little random, I must admit.
That's, yeah.
So it's a cowboy boot that was painted into Doctor Strange theme.
Or did you actually get a custom pair made?
Well, he says it's
I wouldn't put it past you.
original piece of art.
So like somebody took a boot and painted it into Doctor Strange theme.
Yeah, explain yourself, Donald. We need to know. We need to understand. I'll send you a pic. It's awesome. All right.
See, I've actually always wanted to do like deck boards, skateboard decks.
That'd be cool. Traditional, like painting it.
Whatever. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of finish is on it. If it's actually already, varnished or whatever, then you'd have to paint it. But if you had like just a naked board where you could turn around and varnish it afterwards, why not markers or whatever,
That would be cool.
I did have Sharpie, because my wife works at Newell. Sharpie had a thing that they were trying to launch where it was the Sharpie stained, which were fabric markers, and they were putting together like this kit, this for a marketing scheme, because they were trying to market themselves much better.
Hang on a
than
second
most
here.
of us.
Donald sent me a pic of the boot. Let me see if I can show it on. There you go.
Clicking. I think I just got it too.
It's a painting of a boot, and it's got like the eye of.
Oh, that's cool.
That is actually really cool. That's very nice.
Nice. So when's Don going to get those made? What's up, JD?
J Dizzle.
No, Anyway, so they had all these, you know, the little knapsacks, the backpack things with the drawstring.
Yeah.
Like the
So they
burlap
had a
ones?
bunch of those, like, well, it's like some kind of like canvasy type thing, obviously polyester, but they had a bunch of those made up as samples to go along with these markers, and of course the thing just kind of, you know, didn't take off. So I ended up, you know, my wife came home with like a bunch of samples, and I did those at cons, where I'd just take the markers and
Paint the
work on it.
bags.
Yeah,
I remember when I was in high school, everybody had those burlap nylon backpacks, and everybody drew on them and wrote on them
Yeah.
and whatever. So
Yeah.
it was a whole trend, but it wasn't like people were going out and buying, oh, I'm going to get the Sharpies for it. It was just like whatever you had.
Yeah. Have you ever
Yeah, I think
tried the?
it's-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if you had used the Sharpie brush pens.
No.
Yeah.
Any good?
Oh,
I
they're
like
Sharpies.
them, but my problem with them is like the brush doesn't hold up that well. You know, like after you've used them so much, you don't get the initial fine point that you had in the beginning. It kind of wears off pretty quickly.
And I think that ink, I think that's just the Sharpie ink. That's the issue with those, because like the Sharpie stained was the fabric markers, and those tips held up much better. Actually, let's see. Oh, goodness.
I did the inks on this in Sharpie for a change.
No, I'm looking for samples.
Sounds like you're digging through a candy jar.
I'm digging through a drawer filled with art supplies. See if I can find the regular Sharpie brush tip. And it's a big negative Ghost Rider. I may have thrown them out because the tip sucked. But here's the fabric marker.
Okay.
So
I think I've seen that at Michael's.
they're pretty good. Pretty limited color palette though.
There's a bunch of brands that do that, right? That do the fabric markers.
Oh yeah. I mean, Sharpie was probably last on the on that boat.
Donald's asking if you're going to C2E2 this year.
You know what? I might visit, but I'm not going to set up.
You're not going to exhibit?
No, because like I said, in Chicago, the rules are pretty ridiculous. Like most places that are, I think the same way. So in terms of like masking and stuff like that.
JB, you see, use whiteout to draw on people's shit. Like this morning, or in general?
I missed the comment. What was?
JD says they should write with whiteout on people's stuff. Man, I think Jim Lee is personally responsible for keeping the whiteout industry in business.
Is it Jim Lee or is it Scott Williams?
Jim Lee. I think Jim Lee's a bigger name.
Scott Williams is Jim Lee. Those guys have been working together so much. I don't even think that Jim really has a whole lot to do. He just kind of does a layout and says, "Here you go."
Is Jim Lee currently working on any titles right now? I
he just
don't
does
keep up. I'm
covers.
just curious. Okay. You got more important stuff to do.
Well, I think he's a bigwig.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Was.
So he
anyways.
runs DC.
I mean,
so
He was until the merger, and I think he's now. I mean, he still does, but I think his title has changed. Maybe.
and they cleaned house at DC after the merger. Like everyone I know in the marketing and publicity department there, gone all of a sudden. Like the email you have. I'm just starting to get bounce backs in all the emails.
I think that's bad for comics and just that in general, because like all this stuff is just getting consolidated into like a handful of companies, and it's gonna hurt long term.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt the product, and then they're gonna start expanding it back and whatever. But if you think about it, you gotta think of it like from the point of AT&T, for example, right? Like what's DC Comics to them in the grand scheme of things? Like the comic,
They don't care.
They don't care, right? It's just overhead, so they don't buy them for the comics.
Nope.
But even like Blizzard, and because Blizzard's owned by them, or no?
Oh wow.
Is it Blizzard?
I don't know, but Blizzard has been having some issues lately too.
With what?
I think they had some issue with some employees or something that I don't remember specifically what it was, but they had some employees got upset about something recently because it was some big game they were working on that got delayed.
Mm.
I don't know if it was the new Diablo or what.
Yeah, I don't follow that stuff. There's always a ton of whiteout on Silver Age original comic pages. Yeah, that's what they use to white out stuff. But that's what I'm saying, because of Jim Lee, and he does all those tutorials, and it's like, you watch any of his videos, half the comments are like, "What's that white stuff? What's that white stuff?"
He's got his toothpaste or his toothbrush or his business card or whatever, flicking it everywhere.
Yeah. Like, oh, what kind of business card is that? Going back to the never-ending. Oh, we lost Warner again. Man down.
Everybody vamp.
There he is. Okay.
Wrong button.
Hmm.
All right. So yeah, this stuff. Martin.
Remember that time?
White.
Y'all remember that time that Jim Lee showed up in the stream?
That was fun.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. You're on. Your audio might be gone again.
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Where was I? Frog.
I don't really remember how the X-Men 90s cartoon ended. Because didn't supposedly Professor X die? And Magneto was like leading the X-Men at the end of that series?
They were going into... Oh, what were they going into? I think they were going into because they did Days of Future Past, they did Phoenix Saga, and I think they might have been going into Age of Apocalypse.
Hmm.
And then
I just remember the last season of that show. Whoever the animation house was that did it, it was awful.
well, yeah, because they moved it to like someone's basement in Brazil or something.
Yeah, it was like completely
Where was
different
it?
from the rest of the series.
Where was it originally? Was it in Korea?
I Probably in
Korea,
France.
yeah. Oh, you think it was in France?
I really don't know. I was just throwing that out there.
No,
We did a lot of
it's
it in the
definitely-
90s.
Oh, what the heck was it? Because I can recall the No, that was Marvel Productions logo.
Oh, okay. So Jonathan is filling us in on the Blizzard thing. They changed the name of an Overwatch character, because in real life, person who was named after had some sexual harassment allegations.
Okay. So I get that you don't want to have any connection to that, but why change the character's name? Because everybody that plays the game doesn't know jack shit about that employee.
Well, if you hit the news and it's like, oh, Blizzard's McCree has been touching the female or male staff
But
inappropriately.
but that's also kind of like a Streisand effect thing. Like if you go and change the name, you're drawing more attention to it, so more people know about it now.
Yeah.
Well, it's also isn't there some kind of a disclaimer that says all characters, represented are whether real or fictitious, they're whatever the whole thing, the disclaimer that says, this
but
isn't a real person.
this is cancel culture at its best, right?
If there is a best, I guess.
Is there a best?
At its best or its worst, or prime example, like the whole Gina, well, what's her name? Carano, and anybody else, right? With Disney's like, okay, they said something that upset the population, or a certain part of the population, so then they just remove them.
Yeah, no, the population being the executives, but whatever.
Well, it's not always upsetting the executives, right? I mean, if you look at I kind of applaud Netflix
You're right,
for the
Twitter.
whole Dave Chappelle thing, right?
Right.
The fact that Netflix just said, you know what? No, we're not canceling. We're not taking the show off. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, but didn't they end up terminating their deal with him?
Well, that was the end of their contract.
Oh, okay.
So I think maybe
it
why
was a
he
matter.
went so.
I think it was more of a matter of like, we want you to take this special down, and they said no.
Yeah. It's like, whether you agree what he said or not doesn't really matter. It's just, if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's my.
Well,
what kind of? I think the biggest thing about the whole Chappelle thing for me that I got kind of bummed out about was when Chappelle actually took the Chappelle Show off of Netflix. Like, that was his decision, not Netflix.
He asked them, and they said, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
that's
he,
what I'm saying.
Didn't he go move it somewhere else? Isn't it somewhere else now?
Oh, I don't know.
Like an HBO Max or something?
No, well, HBO didn't take it off because they're like, nope. Because he popped up on HBO and Netflix. And my understanding is that he didn't get paid for any of that. And he just, he got a stupid deal when he first signed for that show. And because of that, he doesn't actually own the rights to his name. I don't know if it's in a special or an interview, he talks about it, where he wanted to do a new Chappelle show. And he's like, yeah, no, you can't do that because we own the name.
That's lame. That's
Yeah,
I just saw. Oh, I just saw a thing. It might have been on Netflix. Did you guys see that thing on Bob Ross?
I
I heard
haven't
about
watched
it.
it yet. I heard it's really good.
Oh,
Some people
my goodness.
were upset about it.
It's the same kind of deal. It's like the producers of the Joy of Painting. They like own Bob Ross's name
Yeah.
and all the merchandising. So
But
it's like
that got
every time
settled,
you buy
didn't it?
like,
Or do they still own it?
no, they still own it.
So all the Bob Ross stuff is still the executives? I thought it was his estate.
Nope, no, he got nothing.
Well,
Now his son, who's started and the company that did like the art supplies and stuff, the Bob Ross art supplies, I guess the head guy there or whatever left the company and started a new company that's like Bob Ross Supplies, but they renamed it like Robert something Ross or something.
Robert Ross and the joy of
Yeah,
added a-
whatever.
They added a third S. It's Bob Ross.
I
Bob
forget
Ross's
what,
art supplies.
but it was like his initials, kind of a thing. So, anyway, it's really interesting because it's like if you took the joy of painting and mixed it with Tiger King.
Tiger King. New season of that
it's
coming
just
out.
got that. I know.
I refuse to watch that. Robert
Yeah,
Ross
Dre
and
won't
the
watch it.
joy of applying pigments to canvas. That's right.
That's a good one.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy thing. But yeah,
All right.
there was definitely a lot of that like Tiger King type stuff going on. Just the behind the scenes stuff that the rumors and this, that, and the other. It's hilarious. But
All right.
sad.
So here's the one I did the other day.
No.
And this is the new one.
I like the new one better.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
It's bigger. It feels like Venom. Like the
It's
body
the longer
volume and
arms
everything.
the broader shoulders.
Yeah.
Isn't Chibi 3-to-1 head to body ratio? I remember seeing that somewhere.
Maybe
Mark Criley or whatever. One of his videos.
That probably is a thing, but I was not aware of it.
The old one looks like he's about to smash. Like Hulk smash, or we're gonna smash.
Yeah, it does have that Hulk pose. Wait. Where'd it go? Here it is.
That sounded very defeated.
Yeah.
Are you being told?
No, my daughter's just complaining about something my son doesn't want to do. And can you just tell him he can just do one nice deed for his sister just once? Figure it out yourself.
This is a teachable moment.
Did you guys watch Queen Pins?
No.
It's pretty good. I don't know how much
what's
you did
a queen pen?
It's a movie with this blonde girl who I can't remember her name. Vince
Kristen
Vaughn.
Bell?
Yeah, Christian Bell. Not Christian Bale. Kristen Bell.
Isn't she Canadian?
No,
I don't think so. She's Veronica Mars, though.
Doesn't make it any better.
So she's Martian.
No.
Her dad in Veronica Mars, he's Canadian.
There's probably a lot of Canadians in Veronica Mars. CW show.
Yeah, shot in Vancouver.
Yeah, it's all Vancouver.
But anyways, yeah, the show's about. It's supposedly based on a true story that happened not too long ago about these two, basically housewives that built this whole like coupon scam. Made like $70 million.
That's insane.
Basically, they found a guy in Mexico at the printing plant where they print all the free product coupons to ship them boxes of free coupons, and then they would sell them online for a third of the price. So people would go online and say, "Oh, here's $30 worth of Charmin toilet paper for $10, perfectly legal."
Oh, so these are the
coupon.
people that started Groupon.
It definitely feels like Groupon. Yeah, and then they went to there was a whole investigation, and this fraud prevention officer at some small grocery chain got wind of it, and he's trying to get the FBI involved and whatever. But at the end of the day, it turned out that FBI didn't care, but because they were doing it through the mail, the postal service got involved.
Yeah, it's a federal offense.
Yeah, but not like the postman, like the postal service that carry guns.
Right. Yeah, the postal inspectors.
Apparently that's the thing. Yeah, the postal inspectors who are
why is that a thing?
Well, that's the guys that deal with people that ship body parts and cocaine in the mail.
But why are they dealing with couponers?
Well, because it's mail fraud.
It's under their purview. Yeah.
Man.
So, anyways, there's a whole investigation. They got busted. There's a court case, and yeah, I don't know how much of it is true, but it was very, very entertaining and very amusing. It's a well done movie with, again, weird premise and weird plot, but all it takes is for the movie to be done well, and it's entertaining.
I want to see a movie about the seedy side of Avon selling.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen because
Mary Kay.
No, they're never gonna let that happen. That's a cult.
Tupperware. What about Tupperware?
Jeez, you think the Catholic Church gets all bent out of shape when somebody makes a movie about it? Wait, see what happened if this ever sees the light of day.
If Avon,
whew.
It's be like Goodfellas style.
Oh yeah,
hilarious. Which is
you wake up in the middle of the night and then there's a bottle of baby oil in your bed leaking all over your sheets.
Gordon needs to shave his knuckles.
I can say I've never once in my life thought about shaving my knuckles.
Waxing?
Well, not that easy.
Oh, that's that's a great topic for a stream where we get a bunch of guys on, and we'll do a sketch card challenge, and then we'll get the audience to vote, and the guy that gets the least vote has to tape up his knuckles.
Shave their knuckles?
No, tape up his knuckles and rip the tape tape off live.
Like with some duct tape or something?
Yeah, I'll lose. That's fine. Of course, they might be white.
You sound like you want to lose.
Oh,
I think it's because he doesn't have any follicles on his hands.
No, he regularly shaves his knuckles.
No, wax.
Wax. You just.
I think your dog
what are you
wants
doing to that dog?
Somebody rang the doorbell.
Oh. Is it a puppy?
Yeah, she's gonna be one in a couple weeks. But yeah, she's just, I'm sure it was like one of the neighbor kids or something. Now she's at the top of the stairs, wants somebody to take her down.
Frog.
Okay, I'll get off. All right.
He got told.
You gotta lock it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go manage the population downstairs.
Gotta go manage the horde.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to finish this later.
Looks
Gonna
good.
do a nice little webbing background in there. Yep. I'm gonna finish that, and I don't know. Maybe I'll give it away. Sounds like fun.
There you go.
Make stickers first.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe scan it in. I can just redraw it digitally. That would be a cool sticker.
Yep. Or button or
T-shirt. You know, I was looking into that.
Actually, I don't
Did
think
it?
you could pull off the T-shirt thing because then you get into a licensing thing.
Well, that's what I was just getting ready to say. This isn't legal
Yeah.
advice, but they generally, I think they use like algorithms or something to search marketplaces like Etsy and
Right.
TeePublic and stuff like that. So like you either have to change the name, which some people do, or you have to like do it on your own website because they won't.
So just call him Demon.
Yeah. Angry Spider-Man. No, angry Spider Guy.
Yeah. Arachnic.
Arachnid Boy. All right. I gotta bail.
Cool. Well, thanks for hopping on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for
It's
hanging
nice
out.
chatting.
Yeah.
You enjoy.
See you, Gordo.
All
You
right.
have
See ya.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
Go
do
to
my
mission.
best. Later.
Later, man.
Later. Whew.
Now
Thought he'd
what?
never leave. Yeah. No.
Jackass.
Nah. That's a busy dude right there.
Oh man. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
go to Hawksman. You're a what?
Yeah. Just gotta. I got an email. I don't know.
You got an email.
Yeah. Well, I've got my headset in, so the thing dinged in my ear. Oh, mail's here. Finally. Pretty late today. Dude, we got snow today.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, like flurries and stuff. Now it's not cold enough necessarily. But it was pretty windy, pretty blustery, if you will, which I think got the upper atmosphere, temperature pretty cool, and as well as the snow fell, stayed cool with all the wind. But yeah, so as soon as it hit the ground, it melted. But yeah, pretty decent snowfall. It's just cooled off quite a bit, and it's it's very humid out. So you'll probably have some coming tomorrow.
Yeah, we had freezing rains, but No, actually, no. Last week we had a bit of snow, but like it was just snowing, nothing stuck.
Yeah. I mean, it sticks in the shadows.
Oh,
My house faces south, so like there's a little bit of snow on the deck in the back of the house, or at least it was. It's probably melted by now, but which means it'll probably be a sheet of ice in the morning, which is always fun to let the dog out. Poor pup. She's Jack Russell, so apparently they have,
oh.
according to the vets, they have very shallow, like, I guess, grooves or whatever in their joints. So, like, their knees and stuff will pop out of joint
Oh, that's not good.
regularly. Apparently, it's just a breed thing. But it doesn't bother them because they'll take a step and then it pops right back in. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's yeah. One second, I gotta answer a message here.
yeah, I didn't get the chance to do a stream this week.
Oh, on Wednesday.
I kind of, yeah, because, well, like last week I had to do a short one, relatively short one, because my daughter had a band concert at school. And then she had another one at the high school this Wednesday. So, and it was just one of those, real life kind of got in the way, in terms of trying to pull it off. A bunch of things on the to-do list, and it was like, I could probably fit it in, but you were unavailable. So it was one of those things where, you know what, I'll think about doing it like on Thursday instead. And then you decided to stream yesterday. So it was like, all right, well, good enough. And of course I was hung up on that sketch cover. So
Yeah.
So today works out. Today's like the Wednesday thing, I guess.
Well, if you play your cards right, every day could be Wednesday.
Every day can be Wednesday. Every day can be Halloween.
That too.
Oh, speaking of Halloween, so I had Facebook or requested a friend request or whatever for another sketch card artist, and I've been kind of Facebook friends with his brother, and chatted with him a little bit, just kind of goofing off on the private message or whatever. But then his thing popped up in the thing. Oh, maybe you'd want to friend this guy. So I sent the friend request, and he apparently accepted, and then turned around and liked or laughed at my Mary Jane sketch cover. So
nice.
But they seem like good guys.
Are they a couple of French guys?
No, I think they're from Kansas. Something like that.
Mm.
Twins.
Right. Yeah, they're good guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I lost some of the shape of the hood.
Oh, I totally screwed up. I forgot to do the yellow belt. I gotta do that. Oh well. What'd you do?
I lost some of the shape in the hood when I did the purple, because I think this used to come out here, like there. But whatever, I think it's
Oh.
still fine. It just looks a little squished on
No.
this end. Yeah. Yeah.
It
I'll
looks
come back
very
to it.
painterly.
Well, glad it worked out that way.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm digging it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Not what I had in mind, but I don't mind putting the
Is that your
tournament
final? Is that your final tone on the skin?
It might be. I'm not sure. Like, I know it's supposed to be lighter, but I kind of like this. Let's see. I gotta make the blacks pop, which will kind of dictate if I need to make
Well,
any
if you go,
changes.
maybe you just go lighter on where the go much brighter from the light source and leave like the whole left side of his face that tone.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I
And
mean?
do a light glaze on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might actually maybe hit it like keep this face more greenish and then maybe hit it with a yellow on this side. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if I hit it with white, it's just gonna. I can't do it with
Yeah,
white,
it's
right?
gonna. It's not as translucent.
Yeah.
Jeff, what's up, dude?
Very Sith-like. Yeah, definitely has that Sith feel. But I think what I need to do is stop futzing with the head and finish off the background because it's very rough.
Yeah.
And just maybe add some cloud texture or something before I spend too much time here because I'll probably end up over painting into the hood to a certain degree. There's no way around it.
Yep.
Do you concur?
I concur.
All right.
Quit futzing with it. You're just gonna screw it up and then come back.
Yep. All right. So, wondering, do I have any? What's this? Ooh, extender medium.
Ooh, speaking of which, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How do you make this work?
You paint it on,
Yeah.
you let it dry, then you paint over, and then you peel it off.
How do you peel it off?
Like, you just go like that. But that's
just rub it?
not... Sorry? Yeah, just rub it. But the thing is, that stuff's not meant for heavy paint.
Right.
So, like, if you use heavy acrylics, you're not going to be able to peel it off. But if you just do, like, glazes, then it's fine.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
if that
because it
makes sense.
says on it, like, don't let it. It says, like,
Man down. He pressed the wrong button. So I'm hitting this with some extender medium, so it'll give me a nice blendable surface. And I'm going to try to get kind of a nice cloud texture here. And he's back. Did you fall down?
I don't know what happened. It like timed out on me or something. Um. Anyways, yeah, it says like on the directions here, it says like don't let it dry or something. Do not apply. Oh, apply on damp or soft sized paper.
I don't know what that means.
And it says remove as soon as dry.
Yeah, like don't leave this overnight.
Oh, okay.
As it like the longer you let it dry, the more it fastens to the paper.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna
Gotcha.
cause damage. But it like you basically paint it on, right? Or apply it with a pen or whatever. It's pretty
Mhm.
quick. I've never had good experiences with that stuff. Like I can't get a smooth edge. But I
Okay.
know Juiceco uses it a lot. And
Oh yeah. No, and that was my thought was like for especially for a piece like this where I've got the overlapping characters. But
yeah.
I read that thing and I was like I just wanted to clarify on so I'm clearly not using it on this, but it's probably fine on like much bigger pieces. You know, because if you
I'm
don't
sure it's
have
fine
a
on any size. It's just don't use thick paint.
mm,
That would be my suggestion.
yeah.
Where like there's a very good chance I'm gonna fuck this up right now.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Was that sponge? Are you using a sponge?
No, I'm using a brush, but
Dry brushing it?
no, I put in I covered the entire background in extender medium.
Oh,
So
okay.
it kind of gives it that supposed oil feel.
Right.
So you can blend. So I'm just gonna slap on some color. Kind of try to do a cloud texture. Maybe I'll whip out a sponge. Just with this extender stuff, you never really know how it's gonna look like when it's dry.
Right.
So like I might mess it up, but good thing I didn't finish all the detail on the hood because
Well, it's also that could also be your base, and then you can come back with a sponge when it's dry. Oh boy, that's not dry.
definitely not dry.
Mm.
Let's see what happens. Throw a dash of yellow. If I'm gonna, oh, my yellow's dry. So much for that idea. I just really all I want is get rid of the kind of brush stroke texture that's in the background from the initial wash. And this would have been a good candidate to do the background first. Even an airbrush background. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Did you ever figure out how to work that, or?
To work what, the airbrush?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a good handle on it. I mean, it's a cheap brush that I bought. It's a cheap kit, so you can't do detail work. Like, you're not going to be able
Right.
to do smooth lines with it just because the brush is, it's like a $15 spray. But yeah, I figured out the paint and how to mix it and everything. So I do like it.
Oh.
So what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point here where I think might be time to call it.
Call it what? Oh, call today?
Yeah. Just because I'm kind of in this thing where It's not drying quickly enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be in the same boat in a couple of minutes because this stuff you can't blow dry. It's
Right.
going to ruin it. So I'm actually going to have to let it sit and try to. Oh, you know what? Where's my medium extender? Use a little bit more to blend it. Hopefully it does settle without a lot of brush strokes. I mean, we've been on for an hour and a half. I think we put in a good day's work.
That's a good effort.
Yeah. Definitely earned your peanut today.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Not yet. Still waiting. But this is silly. Throg.
The mighty Throg.
The mighty Throg.
I like it though.
I mean, for the small canvas, it's not a bad.
So what is that?
composition,
That's
I
a
suppose.
double card? Like the size of that?
Oh, that's a good question. What is the size of this? Let's see this.
They're 3.5 by 5, roughly. Oh no, 6.
4.5 by 6.25.
So just a made up size. But
Yeah,
that's
I
not a
don't-
standard size, right?
No, I don't remember. Wait, 6.25. I don't know. It's like just a piece of board that was like kind of chopped up. I was chopping something else up, and this was a scrap. It could be a backing board. I don't know. No,
Mhm.
I don't know.
So
I
hang
don't
on, is that
know.
masonite or is that paper?
What's that?
Is it paper or is it masonite?
No, it's paper.
Oh, okay. It is some sort of fiber.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's some kind of board, cardboard of some sort. No, I don't think it's I want to say it's like backing board or something that I gessoed up, but
Okay.
I don't understand the dimensions or how it got to be. But whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
It's something.
It's something. I mean, it could be. Maybe it's 400 watercolor paper, and it might
No,
be
it
a
doesn't
quarter
matter.
of it because I think it's no. That doesn't make sense either because that's 9. Oh wait, no, that's it. Yeah, it's Strathmore 400 series watercolor paper
Okay.
because it's 9 by 12 sheets.
Oh, okay. So just a strip from that.
Yeah, so it's
Just
like
a
a
smidgen
quarter
under
of
5
it.
by 7. Yeah.
So just a smidgen.
Yeah, and mine's just this. No, what?
So it's yeah, so it's like bigger than a 2-panel, but smaller than a 4.
Yeah, because an oversize is 3.5 by 5 or something like that. Like the Rittenhouse size.
Oh, I don't know. I've never worked on any of those.
Yeah, I need to stop because now I'm just peeling paint. No, this was a
Yeah.
bad idea. But before I go, because I'm getting too intense, let's try to do that yellow tone on the left. Or his right, my left. His left, my right.
Yeah.
This is...
It's got to be a pretty lightened up yellow too.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, it's going to be
With
very
some
wet.
white in it.
No white. Can't do white.
Really?
Well, white, you lose the opacity. Just water it down.
Yeah. But you water down the. Huh.
And then, yeah, this is gonna work. Oh, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Then we can hit it with white again to bring up the highlights. I hope.
And you're thinking green on the backside or purple?
On which side? On this side? Like
On the
side
left
of
side,
face?
yeah.
No, I'm gonna leave it as is,
Okay.
the greenish, and then just add the yellow tone here. I'm definitely gonna need to blend it, but I think it works. Touch here. Ah, that's wet. Yeah, I'm gonna need to rework all the shadows, but that's gonna work. Again, back to a quick hour rough paint sketch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how it always goes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes with pack pulls.
Oh.
I'm just going to jam this out, and 3 hours later.
Yeah. It's like, okay, hang on. Just 1,700 more hairlines. This card that I was working on earlier today, I was just, because I was in a long-ass conference call.
Right.
Yeah, just going to put in a shit ton of time into this one. Someone's going to be happy if they pull it.
Yeah, it's still wet right there.
Yeah, I think I got to let this settle now because I put a ton of extender and that's going to take over like easy a day to dry. I found that out the hard way last time I used it. I was like, oh, a couple hours came back. I'm like, yeah, this looks dry. It went like this. Just peeled all the paint off. Like, no, not dry yet.
Yeah.
It does work.
Oh, it extends it.
Oh yeah. No, it's a great product. It's such a pain to use if you want to work on something long time.
Right.
Because you can't. I mean, and it's not like oils because if you overwork it, you just start peeling it. Or maybe that is like oils. What do I know? Oh, see, like right there, there's a fingerprint because I put my mittens in it, and there's another one.
And now everybody has your identity.
Yeah. You can unlock my phone and see all my contacts. Cool.
Nice.
Well, that's it for me for now.
Same here. Like we're
Awesome. Well,
got something to do
chatting.
with the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice having Gordon.
Yeah, apparently he was around yesterday too. He just didn't say anything.
No, I think he mentioned something in the comments, but or maybe I just saw that he was watching or something. But anywho, yeah, that's fun times.
Yeah, good times. So when do you think you're going to finish the piglet?
Oh, this is going to be, I don't know, a couple weeks because I'm going to work on other stuff and just do this on the streams. That was my intent. That was my intent yesterday, and by the time it was like time to stream, I was like, I think I was in the middle of a color and doing tones for that color, because and again, I know I'm doing it wrong, but it's just what I'm accustomed to. Is I go mid-tone to dark, and then work my way back to light.
Yeah,
I do that, and I do that with markers and everything. But So, I think it was like in the middle of going to dark, and then I had to come back to light, and instead of switching projects, just
Right.
continued with that. So, but
Yeah, I'm looking
'cause
forward to seeing this. Is going to look great.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, could be epic with a K. Cool. All right. Well, let me stop this. Thanks for hopping on. Have a great weekend, everyone in the comments. Thank you so much as always. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See you.